Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Math. Today in this video we are going to see class 6 chapter 1 exercise 1.5. The chapter is numbers. In this whole of this exercise is using the properties of whole numbers. So we should be thorough with the properties of whole numbers to solve this exercise. So let us recall. We have studied already properties, but still we'll just recall them, okay, so that it will be easy for us to do the exercise. There are 5 properties we have learned. They are closure, commutative, associative, identity element, and distributive property. Now what is closure? Closure means when you add two whole numbers, you get a whole number. 2 and 5 are whole numbers. Answer is also whole number. Same way, when you multiply two whole numbers, you get a whole number as the answer. But it is not true for multiplication and division. Subtraction and division. None of the properties are true for subtraction and division. All the 5 properties are true for only addition and multiplication. They are not true for subtraction and division. Now second is commutative. What is commutative? Changing the order of the numbers. A plus B is equal to B plus A. This is for addition. Then A into B is equal to B into A. It is for multiplication. You can see the example. 3 plus 4 is same as 4 plus 3. And 3 into 4 is same as 4 into 3. Next is associative. Associative is changing the order for 3 numbers. Commutative is just for 2 numbers and associative is for 3 numbers. A plus B plus C. First add the first 2 numbers, then add with the third number. Then on the right hand side, add the second and third number, then add with the first number, and still you get the same answer. So this is true for addition and multiplication. Okay, then next is identity element of addition is 0. With whatever number you add 0, we get the same number. Then identity element of multiplication is 1. With any number is multiplied by 1, we get the same number as the answer. Even after multiplying by some number, the number remains the same. That is the meaning of identity. So for addition, when you add 0, we get the same number. And for multiplication, when you multiply by 1, we get the same number. So distributive is A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. A into B plus A into C. Then A into B minus C is A into B minus A into C. Distribution of multiplication over addition, distribution of multiplication over subtraction. If you want to in detail, please refer to the previous videos. There with the examples we have done. Okay. Now let us start with the first question. The difference between the smallest natural number and the smallest whole number. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, etc. And whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. Whole number starts with 0. That is the difference between natural numbers and whole numbers. Now, smallest natural number is 1. And the smallest whole number is 0. And between 1 and 0, what we have to do with them? Difference. What is the meaning of difference? It is subtraction. So the difference between the smallest whole number, smallest natural number and the smallest whole number is, what is 1 minus 0? Is 1. Okay. Next, 17 into dash is equal to 34 into 17. Which property can you think, can you make out? Which property is used here? 17 into dash is 34 into 17. Yes, it is the commutative property of multiplication. A into B is equal to B into A. The numbers are interchanged. That is 17. The first number has become the second number here. Therefore, and this first number should become the second number on the left hand side. So here we have to write just 34. Now we check 17 into 34 is equal to 34 into 17. However you multiply, we get the same answer. Next, when dash is added to a number, it remains the same. What is the meaning of it remains the same? The number is not changed. So, what you have to add with the number so that we get the same number as the answer. With the number, a number should be added to what number? What has to be added with the number to get the same number as the answer? That is adding 0. So what is the number to be added? When 0 is added, a number remains the same. Means the number, we get the same number. The meaning of this is we get the same number. Division by dash is not defined. What is it? Division by dash is not defined. That is when you divide 0 by any number, answer 0. But when you divide a number by 0, this is not possible. Okay. So division by what is not defined? Division by 0 is not defined. Division by 0 is not possible. Not defined. Multiplication by dash leaves a number unchanged. What is the meaning of number unchanged? This is same as the remains the same. Both the statements give the same meaning. Remains the same also means the number, we get the same number. The number unchanged, that also means we get the same number. So multiplication by dash leaves the same number. So a number into what gives the same number? Into 1. So this answer is 1. So you read it now. Multiplication by 1 leaves a number unchanged. That means we get the same number. Okay. Next we'll go to true or false. Second one. 0 is the identity for multiplication of whole numbers. 0 is the identity element we know. But for what? 0 is the identity element of addition. And identity of multiplication is 1. But it is given 0 is the identity for multiplication. So this is false. And next, sum of two whole numbers is always less than their product. What do you mean by sum? Sum means it is addition. Product means it is multiplication. So two whole numbers. Just think of two whole numbers. Shall we take 3 and 4? Yes, we'll take 3 and 4. What do you mean by sum? Add them. What do you get? 3 plus 4 is 7. Then product, multiply them. 3 into 4 is 12. Which is less and which is more? 7 is less than 12. That means the sum is less, product is more. So that is what given the statement. Sum of two whole numbers is always less than their product. Sum is less and product is more. It looks as if the statement is true. But it is given for whole numbers. If it is given for natural numbers, this statement is true. And for whole numbers means there is 0. Now you take 3 with 0. 3 plus 0 and 3 into 0. What is 3 plus 0 is 3. What is 3 into 0? When you multiply any number by 0, we get 0. Now which is greater here? 3 is greater than 0. That means the sum is greater, the product is smaller. So always, this statement is not always true. It is given always, it is less than. But that is false. So when you add a number with 0 and multiply with 0, the sum is greater. But it is not that always the sum is less. The statement is false. Next, both addition and multiplication are associative for whole numbers. Yes, all the properties are true for addition and multiplication. Even if you change the order of three numbers in addition and multiplication, the answer will not change. So this statement is true. Third one is true. Next, both addition and multiplication are commutative for whole numbers. Yes, commutative means changing the order of two numbers. They are, even if you change the order, 3 plus 4 is also 7, 4 plus 3 is 7. 3 into 4 is 12, 4 into 3 is also 12. So it is true for, the statement is true for multiplication and addition. Next, multiplication is distributive over addition for whole numbers. Yes, that is the last property we checked. But is the distributive property of multiplication over addition. A into B plus A into C. So this is true for multiplication over addition. So fifth one is also true. And next is, name the property being illustrated in each of the cases given below. Illustrated means being given. What property is given is true for the numbers given in each of these questions. So we'll take up one by one. There are 5 sums here. We'll take the first one. In third one, first one is 75 plus 34 is equal to 34 plus 75. See, easily we can make out. Check, children. When the order is changed, first number has become the second number has become the first number. And the operation is addition. So what property is this? It is commutative property for addition. First one is commutative property of addition. Next, 12 into 4 into 8 is equal to 12 into 4 into 8. First multiply first two numbers and then multiply the third number. Here second and third numbers are multiplied and then multiply with the first number. So changing the order for three numbers. What is it? Yes, you are right. It is associative property for multiplication. Associative for multiplication. When the operation is for three numbers, it is associative. When it is for two numbers, it is commutative. And the next one, 50 plus 0 is equal to 50. What is it? Can you guess? Any number you add 0, we get the same number. So this is the identity element of addition. With whatever number you add 0, we get the same number. Then 50 into 1 is equal to 50. What is it? A number multiplied by 1 gives the same number. Which is that property? It is the identity element of multiplication. Identity element of multiplication is 1. When 1 is multiplied by any number, we get the same number. And the last one is 50 into 42 is equal to 50 into 40 plus 50 into 2. So this 42 we can write it as 50 into 40 plus 2. Is it okay? Can we write it like this? 40 plus 2 is 42 only. Now use the property 50 into 40 plus 50 into 2. So what property is this? Do you remember? Can you recall? Yes, it is distributive of multiplication over addition. Distributive property of multiplication over addition. So if you do all these three sums, we become thorough with the properties of whole numbers. I hope it is now you all are clear with all the properties. Okay, thank you for watching. We'll see the rest of the sums in the next video. Thank you all.